Let's quickly understand the different ways of loading data in Power BI. Well, there are three such modes. One is import mode, second direct query mode, and then we have live connection. In import mode, Power BI copies the data from data source. It takes a snapshot and then a compression mechanism takes place. That compression mechanism optimizes the data, compresses the data, and then the data gets stored in Power BI desktop. And when the data is readily available in Power BI, you can start playing with it. You can calculate measures, you can calculate columns, you can do the data modeling, and then finally you can start creating reports on the top of it. Now comes the second mode, which is direct query mode. This is nothing like import mode. Here, we do not bring any data in the Power BI desktop. We do not take snapshot, we do not store in Power BI desktop. In this mode, data sits in data source only, but every time you interact with any visual or you write a DAX query, which is data analytical expression query, a different set of query is generated, and that different set of query interacts with the data source and brings you the data to work upon. Now comes the third mode, live connection. So here what happens, an already built semantic model exists. All you have to do is connect with that semantic model and start building a report on the top of it. Now let's discuss the advantages and disadvantages of these modes. Okay, so we'll start with the advantages of import mode. Since here you have brought in the data in desktop, the query performance is really faster. You're not relying on any such thing and your data is already available in Power BI desktop. Hence, the query performance is really faster. And the second advantage, which I feel is very important and very crucial, is that you get full flexibility on the DAX calculations and Power Query transformation or data modeling. Let's also understand few of the disadvantages. Since here you are trying to bring the whole data in Power BI desktop, if the data is too huge, now by too huge I mean that if your data is greater than 10 GB and you just have pro license of Power BI, then import might make your reports lag. You might want to consider direct query in that case. And second disadvantage, which is data freshness. You have just taken a snapshot of then available data and brought in Power BI desktop, so you cannot expect the data to get refreshed automatically. Either you have to refresh it manually or you have to enable a scheduled refresh. And now comes the advantages of direct query. So here, since you have directly set a connection between your Power BI desktop and the data source, so you don't have to worry about getting the live data. Here you will be absolutely up to date when it comes to flowing of data from the data source in your Power BI desktop. Yes, this was a short explanation on the modes of getting data in Power BI. And if you want to watch the detailed video and what happens in the compression mechanism and what are the other advantages and disadvantages and how this all works, I would suggest you to watch my Power BI playlist. So watch that video and you will be interview ready. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section.